This is Johanna Thomas, PureJo, talking sleep and much more with Andrew Thomas. Andrew is MD of Better You, a pioneering natural health company specialising in the supplementation of the growing number of key nutrients lost through our dramatically changing lifestyle and diet. Welcome to the Way Forward show, Andrew.
Thank you, Joanna. Thanks very much for having me.
Always a pleasure. Andrew, tell us a little bit more about yourself and the Better You brand.
Okay, so, my name's Andrew Thomas. I'm the Managing Director and founder of Better You. I set Better You in 2005, primarily because I'm an asthmatic, have been since the age of about 12, and it was one of these fantastic chance encounters with a wonderful biochemist called Juan Rosello. At the time I was working in the States, and I ended up having dinner with some friends, and Juan was there, and Juan introduced me to the concept of increasing my magnesium intake, which was completely alien to me. I've been on steroid-based inhalers for some time. Yeah. He gave me a liquid form of magnesium chloride, hexahydrate it was called, that he was using to treat a number of athletes. One of those groups was the Miami Dolphins, who I was quite impressed with that level of usage. I took it home to the UK, and over the next few weeks applied it religiously. And I wasn't too sure whether it was just placebo or whatever, but I really started to feel a little bit more relaxed, more flexibility. I felt my breathing was better. And I rang Juan and said, "What the heavens did you give me? Is this just me, or does it really work?" He said, "Yeah, look, Andy, this is, magnesium is fundamentally important for, your body's flexibility, your body's ability to heal. Yeah. You need it desperately, being an asthmatic, but everybody really does. But applying it through the skin in this form, it's a really effective way. You should look into it," which is exactly what I did. I ended up finding out the source, which was a mine in northern Holland, just north of Veendam, and I went to see them. The owners was half of it owned by the government in Holland, half of it by a company called Nedmag. I met the two owners there, who are both geologists. And at the end of that day, I had the commercial agreement to sell the magnesium chloride hexahydrate as a nutritional product, and that was 12 years ago.
Waste no
I've
time.
not looked back since. It was fantastic, and it's transformed my life. I mean, I'm the straw poll of one, but I've been on steroid-based inhalers now for around 10, 11 years. So it's story. I'm evangelical. Let's say, about magnesium, you could say.
Fantastic. And right, so today we are focusing on sleep. So in a world where stress levels are rising, our exposure to natural sunlight outdoors is diminishing, and technology is leading to constant demands on everybody's attention, it is not surprising that so many people struggle to get enough sleep. Andrew, tell us exactly why sleep is so important.
Sleep is massively important because it's actually the time when our bodies start to heal themselves. We put our bodies through a tremendous amount of physical and emotional stress, no more than we have now in our modern lives. And it's at that moment when our bodies are fully asleep. And when I say fully asleep, I'm talking about in deep sleep. I'm not just talking slumbering. It takes a while to enter a stage of complete deep sleep, almost paralysis. At that point, the body is fully able to repair itself. If we struggle to reach that element of deep sleep, either because we're taking a long time to fall asleep, or we are disturbed during the night, then the level of deep sleep is not reached, and our bodies are unable to fully recover or repair itself. Increasingly, and you mentioned it absolutely right, increasingly we're denying our bodies the ability to achieve deep sleep because of so much stimulus that's around in our lives and in our sleeping environment. The fact that we can leave phones on or computers on throughout the night, the fact that we don't have full darkness sometimes, but also heat can play a major part as well. and we can, central heating in the houses can mean our sleeping environment is too hot, and our bodies don't get a chance to hibernate, to go into this paralysis, this deep sleep stage, and it causes severe problems. You mentioned a few of them, but you can have continued poor sleep, and we're seeing people with severe problems with functioning effectively during the day, often leading to mental problems, depression, as well as an increasing amount of physical problems, which we can come into.
It's true, and also often leads to weight gain, and people eat more, they're more irritable, you get you're higher risk of diseases, all these things. But a deficiency in magnesium can be one of the main factors affecting the quality of sleep we can achieve. Andrew, explain this a little bit more relationship-wise.
Yeah, magnesium is pretty much fundamental to our body's ability to function at all. It's responsible for over 350 biochemical actions in the body. It's associated with thousands of others. If you imagine every cell in your body, it requires magnesium. Magnesium is on the inside of that cell. Your nucleus that you have surrounding the nucleus is magnesium. Calcium then enters the cell, and that cell will do its job. If it's a nerve cell, it will fire. If it's a muscle cell, it will contract. The presence of magnesium then pushes the calcium out of the cell, and that cell goes into rest state. This happens millions and millions of times over the course of a day. Now, if you have low levels of magnesium, then your cells basically simply do not function as efficiently as they should do. Yeah. So your muscles never truly relax. We can see this. Everybody can feel this. If you feel tired, if you have low levels of magnesium, which is directly associated with feeling tired, you can start feeling twitches, muscle twitches, often at the side of your eye, difficulty in focusing. Increased magnesium deficiency then leads to muscles stiffening and cramping, to an extreme stage where you can get what's called restless leg syndrome, where you get severe muscle cramping at night. It can happen if you're sitting on a train or in a car for a long period of time, or just lying in bed. And this inability for the body to fully relax is associated directly to the level of magnesium. Magnesium is nature's relaxant. Calcium is nature's stiffener and hardener. But magnesium is also associated with a neurotransmitter called GABA, or gamma aminobutyric acid. And GABA is directly associated to the body's ability to reduce anxiety and the body's ability to enjoy relaxation and prepare your body for sleep. And again, if you've got low levels of magnesium, your body's just not able to prepare itself for sleep, which is so important.
It doesn't switch off as well as it should, basically, does it?
Absolutely. Yeah. And people talk about routine being important to sleep, and that is so right. It is not the be-all and end-all, but where we are disrupting our body's ability to relax so dramatically, routine starts to play a major part in our sleep ritual. There's so many things that we should really try and help ourselves to do to sleep, to switch off.
You have invented or put together 4 amazing products which I have been using for the last month, and the first one is the magnesium oil good night spray, which I have to say I love this. The combination smell with the chamomile, the bergamot and the clary sage is instantly soothing and relaxing. I get that sort of, for me it really, really tingles when I put it on, which obviously means that, I'm slightly probably more deficient in the magnesium. I spray it on my hands, rub it around my neck, my shoulders before bed, and it just gives you that, it's like, okay, now I'm doing my routine, I'm getting ready for bed, I'm getting ready for sleep. I woke up in the morning, no pain. It's fantastic. Really, really good product.
Great. No, that's wonderful to hear. Yeah, magnesium oil, we have a range of magnesium oils, is a fantastic way of delivering magnesium. We would traditionally think of increasing magnesium supplementing through the gut, so orally. The fact of the matter is, magnesium is best taken in small doses, little but often, basically as we graze. So that is how our body would normally accept and utilize magnesium. So in a single large go, not actually very effective. Most of it will actually just pass through the body.
Yeah.
Little bit often is best for magnesium. In the form that you've taken then, the magnesium oil, that's magnesium chloride hexahydrate. So when you evaporate seawater, which is what this is, evaporated seawater, you get a number of salts. The first salt you get is sodium chloride, so it's table salt. Evaporate that even more, so superheat that, you get Epsom salts, magnesium sulfate.
Right.
Okay, so good level of magnesium, but again, not easily released from the compound. If you evaporate that even more, water from that, you get a salt called bischofite, or magnesium chloride hexahydrate. That is the form that when you apply it onto the skin, the magnesium ion is immediately released, and that's what's being absorbed through the skin into the body. It's a very gentle, very effective way of elevating cellular magnesium levels. So that's what you've been applying. The soporific effect of the chamomile and the bergamot and sage really helps in your brain getting into sleep mode.
Yes.
But it's the magnesium that is the powerhouse. That's what's doing the job of helping the GABA receptors and helping the muscles relax and get into that.
And then
sort of
that would be
state.
the same in the magnesium sleep lotion, yeah? So
Absolutely,
right.
yes. So our entire magnesium range really is all about getting magnesium into the body transdermally through the skin. And magnesium chloride is actually a difficult substance to play with in the laboratory. So we spent an awful lot of time working with it to create body butters and body lotions, and then flakes that you can put into the bath, and as you say, the oil that you can spray onto the skin.
Yeah.
The lotion is lovely. I hope you've enjoyed using that.
Yeah, the lotion
spent a long time.
Is fantastic, and I know you also do a lotion for kids too, don't you? So
yes,
it's useful for all the family, and that's the lavender and the chamomile. It really is very relaxing, and it gets absorbed very quickly. You know, it goes straight in, and it doesn't leave any residue or anything like that. So it's fabulous. And then you've also got the magnesium flakes with the magnesium inflatable foot bath, which is such a cool idea. You know, if you don't have time to have a whole bath, you just blow up this padded, soft, strong foot bath that you've put together, and you fill it with water, and then put the magnesium flakes in, and because obviously through our feet, it's one of the most absorbent parts of our body. And it leaves your skin feeling really soft. It's a really lovely self-care way to relax at the end of a hard day, because I think we underestimate the power and how much we use our feet. I mean, they keep us on the go all day long, so everyone needs some magnesium flakes in their foot bath.
Oh, no, fantastic. I'm glad you've enjoyed that. Your feet are very absorbent areas. It's interesting because obviously the soles of your feet have quite thick dermal layers, but it's nothing to do with really the thickness of the skin. The skin is just such an amazing organ, protects us so well, but absorbs what we need to. Sometimes absorbs, unfortunately, what we don't want out of the environment and some of the toxins we put on our skin. But with magnesium chloride, and a lot of it is due to what's called the fixed law of permeability. So it's about the surface area exposed to magnesium chloride, the length of time the exposure is, and the concentration of the liquid. So applying it into the bath, so a foot bath, you've actually got a relatively low concentration, but you're applying it onto a relatively large area of skin, so your feet, your ankles, and you'll sit there for 5-10 minutes, if not longer. So it's a very, very good way of gently increasing magnesium levels. Putting it into a body bath, I actually developed the foot bath because I couldn't find a decent one out there that was transportable. Primarily because of the Scandinavian market. Finland and Sweden are very, very good markets for us. For magnesium, they really understand it, but none of them have body baths. But you'd get a flat with a sauna, but not with a body bath. And so a foot bath is a very, very good way for them, and they understand the importance of soaking the feet to absorb magnesium. But it's just a very, very convenient way when you're traveling.
Absolutely, yeah. You can just take it, put it in your case, and off you go to
Yeah.
enhance your day. But Betty, you don't just do magnesium sleep products. Give us a little rundown of the other products that you sell.
Well, your introduction was spot on, actually, Joanna. So we focus and we concentrate on those nutrients that are either underrepresented or omitted from modern diet and lifestyle. So magnesium has declined dramatically since the 40s by about a fifth. So, a carrot, an organic carrot that my grandfather would eat, even if I had the same carrot now, it would have a fifth less magnesium in it. Similarly, our lifestyle is more internal now. So, we shop indoors, we work indoors, we even exercise indoors now. So our exposure to vitamin D from UVB radiation from the sun has been dramatically reduced. So we've developed a range of oral sprays. Vitamin D is one of our oral sprays that you spray into the mouth and you absorb through what we call the buccal membrane, the inner cheek. This used to be called sublingual sprays and sub under lingual tongue. But actually, under the tongue is certainly an absorbent area, but nowhere near as absorbent as buccal membrane, the inner cheek. So you spray it into the mouth, the sign of the spray, it coats the inner cheek, and the speed of absorption is dramatic. We're talking far more effective than tablets or capsules. And for some people, they don't want to take any more tablets and capsules, and so an oral spray is
and it's so they're so easy to take with you, the little sprays. So you've got vitamin D, and you've got K2, and you've got iron.
Yeah.
And,
B12 is another interesting one. Yeah.
Especially for the vegans.
Because very much vegans, vegetarians, but actually increasingly people with who believe they've a varied and a broader diet. Actually, fast food and our modern pre-processed foods have very, very low nutritional value. And B12 is the largest of all vitamin molecules. It's actually the hardest to absorb in the gut. You'll absorb less than 1% of anything you take.
Wow.
So to spray it into your mouth, absorbs the cheek, goes directly into the bloodstream, and so avoids that primary processing by the digestive system. Is second only really to an intravenous injection.
Yeah, it's true. So, I mean, you've got so many wonderful things. Tell us all your website, your social media, stockists, etc., so that everyone can listen and purchase.
So the website is betteryou.com, BETTERYOU.com. And as you say, Better You is available on Facebook and the Instagram. And it'd be great if anybody wants to check us out and talk to us. We love to hear from people. Health is a personal thing. It's not a one-size-fits-all. So we love to hear from people, and we can advise accordingly.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for your time today, Andrew. It's been a pleasure. Go out, listeners, and get yourself some of these life-changing sleep products, in particular from Better You, which will help you sleep better and relax you for your lovely evenings. Now, I've got more information about sleep and a review on my website, www.purejo.com, so you can check that out. This is Johanna Thomas, PureJo, your resident holistic nutritionist for the way forward. Thanks, Andrew.
Thank you, Joanna.